You ever wonder why, even when you know better, you still catch yourself using some pretty terrible form in the gym? Well, it's not about being physically weak. Nope. It's actually about these hidden psychological traps. Let's dig in and uncover how your own mind might be sabotaging your body. I'm just gonna say it. Stop lifting weights to impress people who aren't even watching you. Seriously. This one single thought, it's the root of so many problems we're about to get into. And that really brings us to the core idea of this whole thing. Your bad form, that rounded back on your deadlift or that jerky, shaky bench press, it's not just a simple physical mistake. It's a symptom of something way deeper. It's a psychological glitch, one that's putting your ego way ahead of your actual progress. So what's the real danger here, right? It's not just a minor pull or a little strain. No, we're talking about something way more destructive. We call it the silent collapse. And trust me, this is where that one bad rep, piled on top of another and another, it starts to matter more than you could possibly imagine. So a silent collapse, it's not just that one moment you get hurt. It's the slow, creeping damage that builds up from always choosing heavy, sloppy reps over smart, healthy, controlled ones. And the end game? It isn't just a physical injury. It's a total shutdown of your entire fitness identity. You just stop. And look, here's the critical difference you gotta understand. A physical injury? That's just an event. You heal, you recover. But an identity collapse? That's a full-on, permanent stop. It gets into your head, it infects your mindset, it's that little voice that starts whispering, I just can't do this anymore. And that doesn't lead to recovery. It leads to quitting. For good. So who's the bad guy in all this? I'll tell you what it's not. It's not the barbell. It's not the dumbbell. The real enemy is inside you. Let's go ahead and unmask this hidden saboteur that's living inside all of our heads. You ever heard of something called the gym audience effect? It's that subconscious pressure, that need to look strong and like you know what you're doing for a crowd that, let's be real, probably isn't even paying attention to you. This impulse is so powerful, it can literally make your brain ignore pain signals. Think about that. You start compromising your own safety just for what you think other people see. And this whole effect is fueled by these toxic beliefs we tell ourselves. You know the ones. Moving more weight is better than controlling the weight. Or the all-time classic, oh, I'll fix my form once I'm stronger. Come on. These aren't just harmless little thoughts. They're poison. They justify the bad habits that pave the road straight to that silent collapse. Okay, so where does this need to look strong even come from? It's not random. It's born from a really deep-seated fear and anxiety that makes us rush through things when we should be taking our time. We call this avoidance anxiety, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's the fear of looking like a beginner. I mean, nobody likes feeling new or unskilled, right? And that anxiety, that feeling, it makes us want to skip all the boring, basic stuff and just rush into the cool, advanced exercises long before we've earned the right to do them safely. And this all leads to a really crucial insight. If you want to fix the physical problem, you have to fix the mental one first. So get this, proper form isn't actually about lifting, it's about emotional regulation. So what on earth does that even mean, right? Emotional regulation in the gym. It's your ability to stay calm and focused, to be present with the muscle you're trying to work, to actually feel that contraction. It's the complete opposite of just rushing through a set to make the discomfort go away. It's about being in control mentally. Okay, so we've spent a lot of time diagnosing the problem. Now let's talk about the fix. We're gonna walk through 3 powerful psychological steps to completely rebuild your form from the inside out. All right, here's our roadmap. It's a 3-parter. The ego audit, internal mapping, and the slowdown protocol. Now listen, these aren't just physical cues like keep your chest up. These are mental strategies. They're designed to totally rewire your entire approach to training. You ready? First up, the ego audit. This is a big one. It's where you finally give yourself permission to lower the weight, to use what we'll call humble weights. And just doing that one thing, it directly attacks and kills that avoidance anxiety we talked about. It's you telling your ego to take a backseat because mastery, not the number on the plate, is the real goal here. Okay, step 2 is all about shifting your focus. We're moving from an external focus to what we call internal mapping. So what does that mean? It means you stop staring at yourself in the mirror and you start feeling the muscle actually work. You stop judging how the lift looks and you start sensing the quality of the contraction. See the difference? You're not looking for approval anymore, you're looking for mastery. And finally, step 3, we have the slow down protocol. This is where the rubber meets the road. You physically apply this new mindset. How? By using intentional tempos, like say a 3-second negative on a squat, and adding in pauses. When you do this, you literally force your brain to slow down, to break those old sloppy habits and relearn the entire movement pattern correctly, right from scratch. So let's kind of wrap this up. When you bring this all together, you realize this journey is about so much more than just lifting weights. The focus, the discipline, the humility you build by dialing in your form, that stuff doesn't just stay in the gym. It follows you out the door. Because think about it, when you truly master your form, you're not just building a stronger body. You're forging a stronger, calmer mind. You're building a more resilient life. That humility, that focus, that presence you practice with a barbell in your hands, that becomes a part of who you are. Everywhere. So, I'm going to leave you with one question to take into your next workout. Before you lift that weight, I want you to look at it and ask yourself honestly, is this next rep building my body, or is it just feeding my ego? The choice, as always, is yours.
The motor clean and the style is neat. I know they find trouble, I just want my peace.